Have you been to Fairy Creek? If you haven't, go. See it for yourself. In the meantime, here's my take on what it is and what it isn't. It is not about the loggers being the bad guys, and it's not about tree huggers and hippies running rampant in the woods. It is about First Nations wanting to feed the mouths that have long hungered for a piece of the colonial pie. Fairy Creek is not about ensuring salaries. It's about not facing what will happen when the resources run out. And it's not about a legitimate practice of harvesting lumber. It is a travesty, an all-out assault on forest ecosystems. It's about ripping away at what we know to be the lungs of our world. Fairy Creek isn't about balancing economy with ecology. It's a war in the woods, and it's a war on the woods. It is a battleground. Taxpayer-funded brutality perpetrated on peaceful defenders of the forest by so-called officers of the peace. The dangerous front line of a bloody war between corporations feeding greed and a motley crew of desperados fighting for the planet's life. So, to be clear, it is not about suited, slick-coiffed, sweet-smelling leaders knowing better than tattooed, ratty-haired, sour-smelling youth. This is about First Peoples' rights and freedoms that have shrunk like the bright leaf that shrivels as it falls into the fire. What it is not is the green, succulent-seeming patchwork quilt of cut blocks that we see from the highway. Up close, it is a horror. A graveyard strewn with limbs and corpses, a wasteland ruin of what was precious, teeming life. There is no way this is about a balancing economy with ecology. It's about a mad imbalance in the human species. Our peaceful, loving natures pitted against our dark, destructive selves, willing to sacrifice all for the delusion of the desirability of the status quo. Fairy Creek is not about disrespecting rights and sovereignty of First Nations. It is a tragedy. The battle for the well-being of the planet has landed in the territory of people who deserve to make a living from their own land. And Fairy Creek is about courage. First Peoples and settlers, youth and elders who love the ancient trees like family, who are awake to the imminent, catastrophic threats to the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, the land we are birthed from. It is about their desperate and beautiful dream to hold on to our human place in the sacred web of life. This is what I saw at Fairy Creek. Don't take my word for it. Come and see it for yourself. Then tell others what you saw.